Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to open up my page, my scanned page inside of Photoshop. Now you can scan it. You can also take a photograph of it and work with it in Photoshop. The easiest drawings to work in this format are ones that have strong contour lines. And I recommend that you go over those lines with a black Sharpie or some kind of black pen. Okay, step one, I'm going to come on into Photoshop and I'm going to just select around this image. So I open it up, I'm going to unlock the layer, click to unlock the layer, and I'm going to grab my magic lasso tool. Now, with the magic lasso tool, I'm going to come on in, and I don't need to be totally exact, but I'm going to come on around here, and I'm going to lasso around this image. Okay, I have my marching ants. I'm going to come to Edit, Copy, and I'm going to create a new document, File, New. I'm going to hit OK and Edit, Paste. Okay, Edit, Paste. Now, this came in as grayscale. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make sure that it's in color. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's grayscale per se. You can change it, but it's easier to give it color information. Then when it comes into Illustrator, the colors will be there. So in order to do that, I want to go to Image Mode and I'm going to change it to RGB. And I'm going to flatten the image. Again, I'm going to unlock this layer and I'm going to take a look. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to come on into Image Adjustments and I'm going to work with the brightness and the contrast. And I'm going to up the contrast so I can get really black lines. And there we have it. So I have these really nice black lines that I want to use to work with. I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to save it as a JPEG. File, Save As, and I'm going to name it a JPEG. And I'm going to, this is an aloe plant. Now, again, one thing that I always find is that it's difficult to figure out where I place my images. I'm going to hit Save. Now, I don't need it to be that big, so it's actually really fine if I go to low. Low or medium. Medium's actually pretty good because the smaller it is, it will run through image trace quicker. I hit OK. My image is ready. Now, let me choose another one to do. I'm going to come back into here and I'm going to get rid of these marching ants. I'm going to work with this. Now, the only problem is as I drew this, it actually didn't come all the way through. So I can add that in Photoshop. So I'm going to deselect this. So I come to Select, Deselect, and now I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw around this image right here. And again, it's going to run off the page, but that's okay. I'm going to come on in, Edit, Copy, File, New, OK, Edit, Paste. Now, I could have also changed it from grayscale right in there. Now, I want to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to actually complete the drawing underneath. So I'm going to come to Image, Canvas Size, and I'm going to add a little bit of canvas down below. So I clicked up here to say that's where my image is. I'm going to put the height to 6. I'm going to hit OK, and there we have it. Now, this actually has a black fill to it. So what I would do is undo my background and do a white, make sure that it's white. So I could come on in and say Edit, Fill, and fill it with, oops, not with black, but with white. Okay, so there we have it. Now, I'm going to zoom it on in, and I'm going to finish drawing that what I need in here. I'm going to grab my paintbrush. I can even grab my pencil. I will come to up the hardness. I can even go, and I want to have black, so I can come on in. Actually, better yet, what I can do is I'm going to select this color right there. I'm going to grab my brush, and maybe I'll go a little bit bigger. And I can come on in and finish this drawing right in here. There we have it. All right, real quick, I'm going to flatten this image. So I come to Layer, and I'm going to say Flatten Image, and I'm going to come one more time, and there we have it. Now, I could also go in and work with this as it is. And I can see as I take a closer look that there are these lines throughout here. I have my hand. Love using this hand moving up and down. So what I want to do here is I'm going to go through the same steps and work with the distribution of value, the black and the white. So I come to Image, Adjustments. Well, first of all, Mode. Let's change it to RGB. Okay, great. And now let's come to our brightness and our contrast. Let's up the contrast, up the brightness. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to zoom it on in one more time. And I can see by doing that, a lot of those lines have disappeared. They're still there a little bit, but they've disappeared. A lot of them have disappeared. I could come in a little bit closer in here and try to fix this up a little bit more. Again, I want to grab my brush. There's my brush, and I have my my paintbrush, right? So I can come on in, try to smooth that in. Now, if I want to make it a little bit smaller, I can come right up here, and I can maybe go down to about 12 pixels. And voila, there we have it. Again, I'm going to save this as File, Save As. I want to save it as a JPEG so I can run it through. And leaves. I'll name this one Leaves. I'll hit Save. I'm going to hit OK. And there we have it. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to take these images into Illustrator and turn it into a vector and add color. Thanks so much.